Hello. Recently, I've had a change of mind in the way I want to work and record content. For the most part, I've been trying to build software oriented around what customers want. But in reality, I've mostly been building features for our e-commerce store. An example of that would be the SKU generator that I built recently. It wasn't something that customers asked for, but it was something that I needed specifically. Now with content, I'm also changing directions with that as well. I want to focus more on building an e-commerce store from the perspective of an engineer, which means I want to talk more business content and how my background as an engineer helps me automate stuff and solve problems that I encounter. Now with that out of the way, I want to talk more about engineering stuff. So this week, I improved the SKU builder. The initial version would generate SKUs and add one when it encountered any conflicts and retry at least 3 times, incrementing it each time there's a conflict. And when there's variants, it would add one to the end of the SKU and then increment it for each variant. You can probably tell it isn't a great way of solving it. So I've essentially improved the functionality, conflict resolution, and the retry mechanism. Plus there's more strategies on generating the SKUs. At some point, I should probably open it up more as something, it's not really an essential feature for the application or for the business. So I can probably create like an external endpoint for users to basically essentially generate SKUs and not store any of that information because I don't really have a need for it. This is the initial version of the SKU generator that I mentioned before. And just like before, I just have a bunch of basic things such as the prefix, suffix, and delimiter, which basically generates SKUs based on this information. And in the product page, it just has the product, platforms, and sync status. And then you can sync based on that. Now, if I go on the development environment, we're on the dashboard, we're going setting SKU generator. So this is the new SKU generator. We've got different generation strategies. We've got random, we've got product, and we've got template, which you set like this. So temp, prefix, title. We've just got examples just in case people want to see how it works. And then if you want advanced settings, we've got some advanced settings such as setting the length of the SKUs and also the amount of times that you want to retry. Sometimes if you've got duplicate SKUs, you might want to try it more than once and then auto generate. And then also you can set character sets. So alphanumeric, alphabetic, numeric, custom, whatever, you can do all that. I mostly just use the product based one, set the suffix, set the prefix, the type of delimiter I want, and 12 characters is usually enough for me. And then you can set it so it automatically generates for new products with empty SKUs, but I want to choose which ones I want to set and then save the settings. And then if I go and generate SKUs, here you can see the products, the SKU, the available quantity, platform, and synced. You can change this. And also when you click on this, you can view the variants that you have. As you can see, I should probably align this better. It's not as aligned as I want it to be. And you can obviously update the SKUs by, let's select one with an easy one. So this 10 meter HD BNC TC cable, I will copy this so I don't lose track of it. I accidentally kicked it. Let me copy this, paste it, and then if I generate SKUs, it will start generating. It'll take a moment. While it's being done, oh, it's generated the SKUs and it works. Because once you generate SKU, you can't revert it back. I've set it up so that if you select more than 10 and you try generating a SKU, it basically warns you what it does, because once you apply the changes, you can't really revert it back and it'd be a bit of a pain to revert those changes. So essentially, I tell everyone, you're about to generate SKUs for 50 products. This action will replace existing SKUs if they already exist, generate new SKUs based on your current SKU settings, update SKUs in all linked platforms. So if you've got it connected to your Shopify or eBay account, it will update it everywhere. And then this action can't be undone. So I've just let them know that. That is the SKU features done and the inventory page. So this looks a lot nicer. I haven't pushed it out yet, but ideally once this video is up, it'll be pushed out. That's what I've done so far. I do also want to talk about the business side of things, about how I want to grow the actual business, not the application, but more of the e-commerce side. So I'll probably talk about that in a different video.